Cycle 4 started on October 8th. It ended up being a 42-day cycle. Oh, I use Fertility Friend. I didn't know if I mentioned that earlier in the video to keep with my charting and all that good stuff, and I love it. I just use the free version. I didn't really want to pay for it, but I don't like paying for things. I don't like paying full price. I'm a bargain shopper. I will find it on, if it's not on sale, more than likely I'm not buying it unless it's one of those things that's on sale. Fertility Friend indicated ovulation on cycle day 29. I was taking consistent OPKs too during this cycle, and I got a positive on cycle day 28 and cycle day 29. And it has me ovulating on cycle day 29. So it's pretty right on. I was really excited to be getting that again. During this cycle, I started worrying. Again, I had tons of fertile CM. Starting cycle day 15 to cycle day 29. It was consistently watery. But I just had this feeling something wasn't right. And I wanted to go see my doctor because my cycles are longer than what they normally should be. I'm getting tons of fertile cervical mucus, and I just didn't know what was going on. Yes, that's Bella. Like I said in my welcome video that she would probably be joining us. And here she is. So I made an appointment with my doctor, my OBGYN, to discuss the whole cycles thing, how it's not normal, and you know, we haven't conceived yet. My appointment was actually on cycle day 29. They didn't have anything sooner than that for me to get in. And so I got my positive OPK the night before, so I pretty much knew I would be ovulating. So she just talked to me about it, and I had my charts. Usually I say, you know, wait 12 months before you seek medical attention, but I knew something wasn't right. I'd been charting. I have proof of that to show my doctor, so I went ahead and went in, took her the charts. And of course, the doctor's like, okay, you're too obsessed. Like, you need to put these charts down. You need to not stress about it. And I'm like, okay, how many people are going to tell me this? Like, you're not going to stop me. Sorry. You know, whatever. She first said that she was maybe a little concerned with my luteal phase. You know, it's been, 12 days. She was slightly, worried about that. You know, it could be a little bit longer to, allow for a little bit more time to an embryo to implant. So she mentioned that, and she said, well, what we're first going to do, she said, I want your husband, if he's willing, to get a semen analysis so we can go ahead and rule out that factor before we, spend more time and money on testing you and possibly even putting you on medications. I mentioned to her that I did get my positive OPK the night before and that I should be ovulating that day that I was there. And somehow we got on the subject of taking progesterone, and she prescribed me Prometrium. I think it was 200 milligrams. Does that sound right? I don't have the bottle right here. So yeah, I got that filled. I started taking that cycle day 30 through cycle day 41. So that was 1 day past ovulation up until 11 DPO. I got so tired from that. I was so fatigued. Or about 4 days, like kind of in the middle of my luteal phase, that I was just so tired. And I even had frequent urination. I was like, hey, this is a pregnancy sign, right? Like, the egg, it could have implanted by now, and maybe that's what it is. Of course, we start making ourselves believe that we have pregnancy symptoms every single cycle. So you never know what's true and what your mind's making up. So I started spotting on 11 DPO, and I spotted 12 DPO, and then AF came on 13 DPO. The Prometrium did not help, really, I guess. I don't know. But my doctor also, along with my husband's semen analysis, also requested for me to get an ultrasound to check for cysts and fibroids. And so I did that on 10 days past ovulation. That was the next appointment they can get me in. And I had my appointment with her to follow up, to get my results from my ultrasound. And I did, a cyst did show up on my ovary, but she didn't tell me the exact size. She said, cysts are normal throughout the cycle. It should be subsiding. It's nothing to worry about. But then she also mentioned just briefly on how my uterine lining was a little thin to where it should be in that part of my cycle. But she didn't really go into too much detail. So I was like, is it something to worry about? Is it not? Because I'm kind of worried about it. I don't know. I mean, does anyone else have any issues with that or know of anything to help or do? I don't know. I'm kind of clueless there. And she didn't really go into much detail. But she requested for me to get blood work done to check thyroid levels and prolactin levels. So I went and did that directly afterwards. And I talked to the doctor or to the nurse yesterday, and the results came back for that. Thyroid is absolutely normal, and my prolactin level was a little higher than normal. The nurse explained to me that normal was 23.3 and below, and mine was at 24.6. So it doesn't look like to me it's too much higher, but I don't really know much about all that. So, and my doctor was out for the rest of the day, so I haven't gotten a chance to talk to her more in detail. And also, and when I got the results from that, my husband's semen analysis came back completely normal, like nothing to worry about. They said that they don't see any factor that would affect his ability to conceive. So, yay, that's great. My husband was excited. Also, at that past visit, she prescribed me Clomid. Yes, Clomid. And she said I can start taking that this cycle 5, if my husband's SA came back normal and there were no major cysts, fibroids, anything like that. Everything was good to go, and so the nurse told me to go ahead and start my Clomid on cycle day 5 and take it through cycle day 9. Today was my first day taking Clomid. I'm just hoping that my body will take it well, and here it is 2 days before Thanksgiving, and I'm going to, be with my family and, eating Thanksgiving dinner and all that kind of stuff. I don't want to feel crappy. I want to feel good. I want to have energy. I don't want the crazy dizziness, crazy side effects. Like, ew, who wants that? So I'm hoping my body will take it good. So here we are on cycle day 5 of cycle number 5 of TTC. And I mean, that's pretty much up to date. Oh, I did forget to mention, last cycle was our first cycle to use Pre-Seed, and I liked it. I didn't really, it didn't feel sticky or gooey, like other lubes, feel if you've used those. It was awesome. It just felt natural, and that's what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to help sperm swim up and give you more fertile CM, blah, 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 even though I have a lot of that, but who knows? Why not use it, right? And so we're going to be using that this cycle too. And I did hear and read that Clomid does dry up cervical mucus a little bit, so definitely using that. I'm not risking it. And also for this cycle, I heard on another YouTube video about pomegranate juice. Thanks for the idea. So I just went over to my local grocery and got an organic, pure pomegranate juice, and I am drinking 8 ounces of that a day. So that's supposed to help with blood flow, so to help the uterine lining, which I guess is what I am in need of. So why not give it a try? And it's super yummy. I love it. You are up to date, and I know this video was a little long, but I just want to get you caught up with what's going on. I am actually off of work this whole week of Thanksgiving, and I will not be able to do videos because I'm going to be with my family, just totally busy. So I'm not going to be able to do any videos while I'm actually, taking the Clomid. So I'll just have to update a little bit later. So yeah, I guess I will talk to you soon. Bye.